I work with a non-government organization, which is the One Small Bag Theatre. It's a theatre group based in Vanuatu. And I work as a peer educator.
This is the first ever Pacific Feminist Forum, and it's good to see all other Pacific countries participating, and also to meet, new people, and also getting to know what other organizations are working on. So it's like an opportunity for me too, because this will be the first ever thing for me to attend. So I'm looking forward to all the new discussions and what we're going to talk about throughout these 3 days.
It's an opportunity. I'd say it's a really good opportunity to attend PFF, seeing that a lot of women's organization from the Pacific will be attending, and they'll be sharing their experience and what they did. And also from that, we can learn from each other and get to share also what our organization is doing, and then we can improve from there.
Well, the purpose of me attending the PFF is I want to come and share my experiences, lessons learned from the work I've done in the past and also current, and also to hear stories from other women in the Pacific who are working to advance the status of women in the Pacific.
As this is the first ever Pacific Feminist Forum, I think this is an initiative that will strengthen the voices of feminism in the Pacific. It will strengthen our solidarity in addressing similar issues with different contexts, coming from different spaces in our country, regionally. And I think it's the best opportunity to share what works and what doesn't work, and how we can learn from what's going on.
Ever since I arrived and met with the other feminists from the Pacific region, it has opened up it was indeed an eye-opener to learn about the work that they do, and most probably learn about the movement.
I'm a young women activist in the rural areas of Fiji who work with rural women, young women, and the LBT group as well. And I also wanted to learn more on what the PFF has to provide as feminists, and to take back to the rural areas and use it there.
I wanted to attend this forum because it'll broaden my knowledge and my view on the next 3 days. I am looking forward, especially this being the first ever Pacific Regional Feminist Forum. I'm looking forward to be in the same space with other feminists and community leaders, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity where we can share ideas, perspectives and skills, and to take it back to whatever community settings that we're in.
The next 3 days I'm looking forward to share what feminism is about, and what I want to discuss is about gender-based violence for us trans masculine women.
I wanted to attend the PFF because I've been doing research on gender issues in the Pacific for a few years now, and I've done a little bit of work with a range of women's civil society organisations in the Pacific. I really wanted to be here to kind of share in the energy, meet a whole lot of new people, and understand some of the issues happening in the region that I'm not aware of.
I want to attend this meeting because Vanuatu is a small country, and we are trying our best to help some group. Like I work with sex workers, and I also work with the LGBT group, and I'm here to learn from others in other countries how they try to reach out to these groups.
I'm mostly interested in bridging the gaps, maybe, in where we see that there are gaps from especially from a feminist perspective. And I also see that this is a way forward for Aboriginal feminism.
It has also given me the objective to learn more about the work that the feminists are doing in the other Pacific countries.
Pacific Feminist, and I will learn more on the strength of a woman.
Looking forward to networking with the other feminists, especially with the trends, because I'm here replacing a trend, so I look forward to networking with especially the ladies from Tonga and other Pacific countries, and see how well I can take this back to Lambasa and disseminate the information and help them work with the trends from Lambasa.
Well, I'm facilitating a session today, which I'm really looking forward to, and getting the opportunity to ask people some questions around their communications that they're using for their work, which is something I'm really interested in.
I'm looking forward to learn from others, especially people who work with the sex workers and the LGBT around the Pacific. And so when I go back, I can try and improve with the work that I'm doing with these groups.
What am I most looking forward to? I think I've already mentioned, coming together and everybody getting to know what others are working on, looking at new issues or what all other organizations are doing.
I really wanted to improve what our organization is currently doing, but wanting to learn from other organizations and then build on from there.
Well, I'm looking forward to learning about the experiences, the challenges the women of the Pacific are facing in terms of wanting to advance the status of us women, but as well as how can we all work together to look forward in helping other women share their experiences.
What stood out for me as of now is the boldness in people, the confidence in people, the power in people, and the strength in our voices. And together we can see that it's stronger because it's collective voices of strong voices.
The only thing I wish that could have happened is to get in more trends, to be part of this forum. But overall, I can say that the trends are more. It was a privilege for the trends to be part of this forum, so that they can raise the issue that they face.
I'm most looking forward to the climate change and feminist circle because that's one of the issues that we face in the north, especially in my village, where the sea level is rising. So in another way, I could go back and advocate to the people in my area.
I would like to learn more on what's going on with other Pacific countries.
Yesterday I went to the FWRM Girls workshop, and I think that was probably the highlight of the event so far for me. Just having younger girls that don't usually kind of participate in these spaces, not only participating but actually just facilitating their own session and really nailing it and giving some amazing advice and feedback to some really experienced women in the room who were also really happy to listen to it and absorb that information, and it was just a really lovely space to be in.
I think that struck me is I can see a mix of women around here and lots of yesterday what struck me is to see this people with disability in that meeting, and it's everybody is in the meeting, not I was thinking maybe just people who are in a good office or something like that, but it's everybody is included in this meeting.
It's how the committee come about to start off this. It's like the cooperation and the participation between the working committee who have organized this. It's like just on the first day we came for a registration, everything it's just all smooth and running. So this is one of the things I've seen. It's stuck out so far for me, and also to see a lot of the other Pacific participating countries coming here together.
What stood out was how the organizing what should I say, the committee of everyone, how they put things together really amazes me. Now you can see how the quality of this forum, it haven't started yet, but I can get the sense of feeling that this forum would be a really high quality one.
The fact that young women are also attending this Pacific Feminist Forum, that I think that is one of the areas that, given I've been working with women in the past and as well, and seeing young women are also involved, I think that is one of the areas that I'm really, really happy about, for them to come. As you said, they are the future leaders of the Pacific, so giving them the space to come and talk about the issues for us women to listen to them, that is one of the issues and area that I'm really happy about.
I have interest in humanitarian, specifically on gender and how we can.
Ever since the opening remark and keynote by Dr. Claire this morning, I've learned so much about the movement, feminist movement, ever since the 1970s and over the years, and also learn about during the discussion the intergenerational gaps, and how well they can work together. So overall, I think that has worked, how the generation can work with each other.
What stood out for me so far was the amount of feminists that are around in the Pacific, and them with different ages, backgrounds, and also the panel discussion this morning.
This is the first time for me to attend such forum, and I don't really have any knowledge of it at all, and I hope I will learn more from it.
For the group that I work with, the main issue that we're facing back at home is violence against this group, so that's one of the most issues that I wanted to learn about and to discuss about, how to help these people to come out of the discriminations and the violence they're facing every day in the communities.
Sharing from what our country is, what issues women and girls are faced with, try and see if comparing, seeing, because some of the issues, they're almost the same, and just from the context we are from. So I think if sharing them together and learning from each other, yes, that will be one of the things I will be looking forward.
How well we can communicate organization to organization, and how we can collaborate. That's what I wanted to see happening after this forum.
Just looking through the program so far, one of the areas is to do with where are we women now in terms of advancing the status of women in the Pacific, where each organization are up to now. So that is an area I want to know more and learn about other women's work in the region. But as well, there's an issue like climate change. It's affecting my country as well. It's one of the issues that is affecting a lot of Pacific Islands at the moment, and in terms of food security, how it's affecting us women, our families. That's an area that I'm looking forward to learning about. And also in terms of feminist leadership, it's an area that I want to know more about. I've been learning about that issue, but I want to know more about what does it mean when you, as a woman, you're involved in leadership, taking the role or leading the role in terms of women leadership in our countries.
Develop the region to be self-reliant, and how we can link climate change and natural disasters.
One of the main things that I'm really interested in is how communications is used as part of people's work in the gender equality, women's rights, feminism space. And I think that as people working on gender equality issues, communications is something that people do every day. They do in their personal lives, their professional lives. And I think often people don't get a lot of time and space to reflect on those sorts of processes and issues. And it's often something that people are doing all the time, that they take it for granted a bit. So I'm really looking forward to talking to people about that, and understanding some of the really unique and innovative ways that people are talking about gender issues, particularly some, maybe sensitive or controversial issues.
One of the main issues that I would like to discuss is stigma and discrimination against towards the trans community, and also making LGBTIQ movement more visible, national at grassroots level, national and international level. Even though it's there, but we need to push for some more.
On day 3, we will be doing rural social organizing, where we will be talking about the challenges that we face in organizing in rural areas. That's what I'm looking forward to.
For us single mothers, especially VCC, we'd like if we could provide the network to keep our work going. That's the only That's the only problem we're facing right now. Yeah, the resources.
You just got back from COP22. Do you think that's going to be high on your sharing agenda?
Yes, very much. I'll also be sitting at the panel today on feminism and climate change in the Pacific. I'm excited because I felt that this is a perfect opportunity where I can actually bring in the learnings and the ideas and whatever that I have captured from the COP platform, and to highlight it at this platform in the aim of us moving forward gender equality, women's empowerment, human rights, and as well as finding ways of addressing climate change impacts in the Pacific.